My audience today includes Michelle, Jake, and Greg. This is my persuasive speech. Despite being illegal, underage drinking is an enormous threat to the public health. It increases the risk of fatalities in motor vehicle crashes, impairs decision-making and memory, increases risk of alcohol dependency in adulthood, and can result in significant health risks to the still developing adolescent brain. Why is underage drinking still a huge problem? Today, 50% of 8th graders admit to having one drink by the age of 13, and 20% admit to have been drunk. Underage drinking is harmful. It is harmful for 3 reasons. Underage drinking impacts health negatively, underage drinking is illegal, and underage drinking brings great risk to society. Underage drinking is harmful for 3 reasons. First, I'd like to convince you that underage drinking impacts one's health negatively. Alcohol use by people under 21 is a major health problem. According to Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, alcohol is the most common used and abused drug. In 2010, approximately 189,000 emergency room visits were by people under 21 for injuries and other conditions linked to alcohol. Many health issues are related with consuming alcohol underage, including disruption of memory problems, change in brain development, abuse of other drugs, and high risk for suicide and homicide. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention also states that binge drinking is the most common excessive drinking problem teens have. It is defined as a pattern of drinking that brings a person blood alcohol content to 0.08 or above. This happens when men have 5 or more and women have 4 or more drinks in 2 hours. 90% of alcohol consumed by youth is in the form of binge drinking, which is very harmful to the body. Health problems include alcohol poisoning, high blood pressure, and liver disease. As I've explained, underage drinking impacts health negatively, and binge drinking is the most common of them. Not only does it negatively impact health, it is also illegal. According to authors, experts who write for opposing viewpoints, the legal age in the U.S. has not always been at 21. It was lowered in the early 1970s to as low as 18 in some states. After research, correlation between lower drinking age and increase in car accidents, states returned the age to 21. By 1988, every state had underage possession law, which states that anyone possessing alcohol has to be at least 21. Some states also added laws to target those who provide alcohol to minors. All states prohibit teen drinking. Teens who do not obey the law could face fines, arrest, and/or court dates. According to author Carla Main, an expert who writes for opposing viewpoints, despite being illegal, surveys show that 1/3 of youth have their first drink by the age of 13 and have drinking patterns as early as 8th grade. Patterns continue into college, and boys binge drink in greater numbers than girls. As I've explained, the legal age hasn't always been 21, but is to this day. Engaging in underage drinking is illegal, but also brings great risk to society. According to the authors of opposing viewpoints, teens bring risk including binge drinking, impaired driving, and other health issues. Despite increase in drinking-related deaths, teens still engage in underage drinking. The NIAAA, National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, states that 30% of students in the 12th grade admit to have binge drinking in the last 30 days. 1,825 drinking-related deaths happened in 2005. Even though it is illegal for teens, it accounts for a great number of drunk driving accidents. Annually, 5,000 youth under 21 die in motor vehicle crashes, unintentional injuries, and homicide and suicide involving underage drinking. Those who engage in underage drinking are also less likely to wear their seatbelt. Underage drinking is more likely to kill young people than all illegal drugs combined. Carla Main, the author who writes for opposing viewpoints, states that when undergraduates binge drink, they get into a lot of trouble. They sometimes endanger and kill classmates, sexually assault females, and also get into fights. Engaging in underage drinking brings many negatives. As I've demonstrated in the third point, it brings great risk to society. So even though underage drinking is sometimes accepted in society, it is very harmful. I've given you several reasons as to why you should not engage in underage drinking. Consequential health issues like liver disease, alcohol poisoning, and change in brain development, risk to society in car crashes and death, and it is also illegal until the age of 21. By choosing to engage in underage drinking, you are not only harming yourself, but could be hurting others around you. So remember to not engage in underage drinking because it is harmful for 3 reasons. Underage drinking impacts health negatively, underage drinking is illegal, and underage drinking brings risk to society.